At YKXCR0WN said hope the other guy doesn't come back. At 247 Rebel said hey, welcome back. At YKXCR0WN said spamming weird shit. At Precious Ghost 123 said yeah, he was totally weird. At Stream Elements said Stream Elements bot running robot emoji. Learn how to customize the bot here. At Precious Ghost 123 said Elements needs to drink water. At 247 Rebel said y'all love Elements though. At TrollfaceJXB said hi. At TrollfaceJXB said hi. At Precious Ghost 123 said true. At 247 Rebel said Hiyo troll. At 247 Rebel said okay. Hold on. At Precious Ghost 123 said thanks Rebel for making me a safety thingy. Stream Elements said 247 Rebel is now live. Streaming IRL. How to build something you'll actually use face holding back tears emoji, the easiest DIY hack nobody talks about IRL PP2. At YKXCR0WN said you know I wonder how many accounts that guy has. At YKXCR0WN said take your shit to another streamer FR. At Precious Ghost 123 said probably 6 or 5. At YKXCR0WN said prob. At Project Bonehead said hello people. At YKXCR0WN said hello. At Precious Ghost 123 said hey. At Project Bonehead asks who are we referring to? At YKXCR0WN said weird guy saying inappropriate Tina. At Precious Ghost 123 said some guy kept spamming he loves masturbating. At YKXCR0WN said things. At YKXCR0WN said yeah. At JJK11, U9M said I'm back. At Project Bonehead said people need to learn more manners. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, like, brew, we didn't need to know he loves masturbating. At YKXCR0WN said FRR. At YKXCR0WN said LOL. At A Love Blueberry said hi. At Project Bonehead said, and well, stuff is never erased from the internet, not forever. At A Love Blueberry said hi. At Precious Ghost, 123 said obviously. At A Love Blueberry said I love Lena. At Project Bonehead said anyone with the right codes can see everything. At YKXCR0WN said, and he could probably
JST come back.
R0WN said you. At JJK11, U9M said no way.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. What's up? Are we back? Type 1 in the chat if you can see and hear everything clearly. Type 1 in the chat if you can see and hear everything clearly. All right. So, I made Precious Ghost and JK my moderators.
At JJK11, U9M said I just got the thing, and it popped up on my screen. I love you, Anthony, you're amazing. At JJK11, U9M said 1.
Beautiful.
At Project Bonehead said uncanny vibes.
We
At
got
Precious
POV
Ghost,
mute.
123 said I swear if he comes with another account. At Precious Ghost, 123 said 1.
If
At
he
user,
comes back on a different account, y'all should be able to block
NZ9FG823,
him.
you said I love masturbating.
Y'all should be able to kick him.
At
so
user,
that I don't have to keep on doing it.
NZ9FG823, you said she straps me down and bounces every time on it. At Precious Ghost, 123 said ANTNO way. At user, NZ9FG823, you said life is like a die. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Children make it harder, but never hard forever. I am in love with my teacher. At user, NZ9FG823, you said life is like a die. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Children make it harder, but never hard forever. I am in love with my teacher. At user, NZ. At YKXCR0WN said this weird guy bro. At Project Bonehead said disappointing behavior M. At JJK11, U9M said I'll go to the shorts chat. At YKXCR0WN said TYSM. At JJK11, U9M said okay. At Project Bonehead said someone screenshot it the next time he returns. At Precious Ghost, 123 said fourth account bro. At JJK11, U9M said you got it. At Project Bonehead said nobody can make multiple accounts. At Project Bonehead said unless they're bots. At YKXCR0WN said prob. At JJK11, U9M said bonehead yes they can, but they shouldn't for doing stuff like that. At Precious Ghost, 123 said Nat you can make multiple.
Okay,
At
so
Project
were y'all
Bonehead
able to
said
kick
it's
him?
like 2 a.m. I can't sleep, excuse me if my messages don't make sense. At Precious Ghost, 123 said I was in a different stream and someone had 10 different accounts.
Were y'all able to kick him?
At Project Bonehead said I don't even understand what I mean, I've been talking to myself for the past few hours. At JJK11, U9M said thank you Anthony for helping with that guy and yeah. At Precious Ghost, 123 said if bro pops up with a 5th account I swear.
Alright, good. So y'all are able to
At
kick him.
YKXCR0WN said I'ma go for lil bit y'all. At YKXCR0WN said CYA.
Have a good one, Crown. I don't mind trolling, but I'm not trying
At
to lose
Precious
my
Ghost,
YouTube account because somebody
123
thinks
said
trying
by
to be
Crown.
funny.
At Project Bonehead said goodbye Crown.
Y'all got a Michaels in Canada, JJ?
At JJK11, U9M said, but I apologize for the mini meltdown / cry fest I had. I went through some shit as a kid lol. At Precious
You're fine,
Ghost,
Jay.
123 said like bro was acting like a pedo. At JJK11, U9M said I think so. If we do I've never been.
How you like the bracelets? Thick, chunky, juicy? Yeah, I don't like that activity, and the fact they got like 20 million accounts means they done it before. YouTube should be shutting them down if they do that on a regular. How y'all like my chunky bracelets?
At Precious Ghost, 123 said loved the bracelets. At Project Bonehead said I remember encountering someone in Fortnite spamming a similar message.
Really?
At JJK11, U9M said I love the bracelets. At Stream Elements said make sure to drink water. Stay healthy.
Got you, Stream Elements.
At Project Bonehead said I'm colorblind.
Colorblind, dang. See, I've started on this bracelet, but it's too small.
At
So,
Precious
like
Ghost,
a teen
123
toddler can wear
said
this.
whoever finds it funny needs therapy.
No comment.
At Project Bonehead said man in mic up people be spamming and saying weird stuff in Fortnite.
Fortnite is one thing, but just to randomly do it in a regular stream is another. You feel me? All right, y'all. So, we had blue, black, green, yellow. So, I got a bunch more yarn, but these are the yarn we're going to choose from. Out of these yarns,
At JJK11, U9M said yes, whoever finds that stupid comments funny is idiotic and deserves what comes to them. At Project Bonehead said it was hella weird and there were kids in the server. At Precious Ghost, 123 said do purply. At Precious Ghost, 123 said or pink.
What's up,
At its Vamp
Vance?
said OMG Rebels first mod.
So,
At Project
Jay,
Bonehead said speak up OML I can't hear shit.
you can't hear me.
At its Vamp said what are we making today? At JJK11, U9M said hi Vamps.
You can't hear me, Project. Okay, so Vamps, I made JK and Ghost my first mods because the other person just kept coming back.
At
That way I don't have to
JJK11,
keep going back to the
U9M
computer.
said weak in the chat is just loud.
Oh, it's loud? Oh, my voice is overpowering everything?
At its Vamp said naughty people. At Precious Ghost, 123 said you the mic is a bit too low. At its Vamp said no the TTS is louder than you.
Oh.
At Project Bonehead said I have my earphones at max volume, I still can't hear anything.
I think Bonehead muted
At
the stream.
JJK11,
That's what that
U9M
is.
said no the voice chat thing is loud so we can't hear you. At Precious Ghost, 123 said same Bonehead. At Project Bonehead said like I'm already deaf.
Precious can't hear me, and Bonehead can't hear me. Interesting. Precious can't hear me, and Bonehead can't hear me.
At its Vamps asks universal question, what is the last color on the rainbow? Purple, violet, or indigo? At its Vamps asks universal At Precious question, Ghost, 123 said same Bonehead. Purple, violet, or indigo? At Project Bonehead said ignore my profile picture, it's not a new skin in Fortnite I swear. At Precious Ghost, 123 said maybe turn up the mic a bit.
I can't turn the microphone itself up. It's already up. Y'all probably have me on mute or something because the volume is already up.
At JJK11, U9M said it's purple if we go by the kindergarten thing, but if we go by the old song it's violet.
Interesting. Y'all saying y'all can't hear me. Hold on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said nope it's JS low. At Project Bonehead said I have it maxed, it's not muted.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Said so many doors in your building reminds me of backrooms. At JJK11, U9M said we can all hear you, but it's just the chat reader thing that's loud.
Yeah, I figured that would be loud. I'm sorry.
At Project Bonehead said why yes better.
Better now or better
At its
before?
Vamp said it's echoing.
Of course it's gonna
At
echo
Precious
because
Ghost,
I'm near my computer.
123 said yeah it's louder now. At JJK11, U9M said no you're good honey. At Project Bonehead said nope it's back to being low.
Of course.
Said nope it's back to being low. At its Vamp said get that dancing woman dancing emoji. At Precious Ghost, 123 said better before. At Precious Ghost, 123 said better before. At Precious Ghost, 123 said better before. At Precious Ghost, 123 said better before.
Oh, my biscuits thing. Come on, stop with the yum yum sauce. Could you imagine coming in here when it's super, super dark? Like, imagine if I'm not gonna do it because I'm afraid of the dark. If I'm being honest, like if it's a super, super dark place and like I've been in this building in the dark, and electricity went out on me. I froze. I was like, okay, let me make sure everything's cool, and then I started moving. I don't play around in the dark. No, sir. Why are there so many doors, Vamps? You got friends who reside in the dark? There we go. So y'all like the dark. I'm not afraid. I don't like the dark. Especially if I'm alone and it's the middle of the night and I'm in a building like this all by myself. No, sir. So this is a co-working space. I have two offices. This is my office and that is my office. Two co-working spaces and I share the space with other people. Mm. I thought you didn't play. I thought you were gonna stop playing Fortnite Project. Okay, so we're playing around with the echo. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all gonna have to deal with the sound again. Give me a second.
At JJK11, U9M said, okay, I'm back in this one. At Project Bonehead asks, my profile picture is literally a new skin that I own in Fortnite. What you mean? At Project Bonehead said, plus I don't have a good light to see my art booklet. At Gabriel Play, U3Q said, oi. At Project Bonehead said, I wouldn't mind drawing if I could see, but all I have is a lamp because my actually ceiling fan light went out. At JJK11, U9M asks, honest to God, I got a question, Anthony. Do you have an idea for a story I could write? At its vamp said, your eyes don't literal key change colors, it just light being poured into your eyes at certain angles.
What's up, Gabriel?
At Project Bonehead said, and I'm too chicken to replace the light bulb.
Do I have an idea for a story you can write? Hmm. You're too chicken to replace the light bulb.
At JJK11, U9M said no, I'm being serious, my eyes change from green to blue to gray on different days. At Project Bonehead said I'm afraid of ceiling fans. At its
All right,
Vamp
y'all.
said in my world everyone's a pony, and they all eat butterflies and poop rainbow sparkles emoji.
Okay. Wow. You're weird, Vamps.
At Project Bonehead said my eyes are either blue or gray, I can't see 'em right. At its Vamp said on different days have different amount on sunlights. At JJK11, U9M said that's wonderful, Katie.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to choose from these colors. Which one do y'all like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Choose. Do you
At
want 1,
JJK11,
2,
U9M said
3,
Vamps, it's
4,
an
5,
actual thing
or
though.
6?
At its Vamps said mwahaha. At Project Bonehead asks if I speak French, will that automatically translate? At Precious Ghost, 123 said my eyes turn from brown to gold in the sun. At JJK11, U9M said pink. At its Vamps said 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
At Project Bonehead said hello Vamp. At Precious Ghost, 123 said 2. At Project Bonehead said, isn't that surprising to see you here? At JJK11, U9M said, I'll be right back, Anthony.
All right.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said 2.
Do your thing, Jay. So we got one vote for 1, 2 votes for 2. See if we can get one more vote.
At Project Bonehead said, I'm colorblind. At its Vamp said, no, not really. I'm normally here, making sure Rebel doesn't get too freaky. At Project Bonehead
freaky.
said,
I'm a Care
Ribbit.
Bear.
At Project Bonehead said, you missed the last stream, lol.
So this is...
At its Vamp said, no, I didn't, smiley face.
This one is called Artico. It is a size 7 super chunky yarn.
At its
Just
Vamp
wanna
said the
spank it.
last steam he ended, and it was because of naughty biscuits.
No, hold on. Excuse me. This is called Chill Out Till, and this is called Flower Child. That's pretty funny, Flower Child. What is this one called?
At Project Bonehead said, oh right, I missed the last stream because I couldn't give less of a fuck about it.
Pop Art. That's what this one is called.
At its Vamp said Bangbu Island was before this yarn stream.
No, they're talking about the stream I just did right before this one, Vamps from this morning, not the Bugaboo Island. Okay, so I wanted to see what JK would choose, but she ended up leaving temporarily.
At Project Bonehead said, I missed that stream too. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, in drawing a violet in my booklet. At Project Bonehead said, gang, I don't care about your stream, I low-key forgot why I subscribed. At its vamp said, oh chach, with the naughty biscuits. At JJK11, U9M said, I'm back. At its vamp said, okay, be nice, bonehead. At Project Bonehead said, I'm drawing depression.
JJ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Gots to choose one, JK. You're the last one because Bonehead said they're colorblind.
At Project Bonehead asks, what's the point?
Sorry, Bonehead, there is no point in life. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But bills got to be paid. They don't care if you have depression or not. People want their money. You'll learn the hard way.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, okay, stop with the rude SHI. At JJK11, U9M said 2 or 6, I think 6 looks nice. At Project Bonehead said, and? SD few.
Okay,
At its
so
vamp
we got
said,
3
kindness doesn't cost a
2s,
thing.
1 6,
It helps someone in a positive aspect, even if they don't
and
know
1
about
1.
it. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, LOL, I can't tell the difference between pale blue and white. At Project Bonehead said, you win some, you lose some.
This one is more pink and blue. Pink, blue, purple. This one is
At
pink
JJK11,
and green.
U9M said, okay, do 2, then it's cute, and I would wear anything with that.
You know, this one is called Flower Child, right?
At
That's
its
pretty
vamp
funny.
said, but you never give up, even when people like Bonehead are out there hating.
And this is called Pop Art.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, lucky, I'm not gonna cuss at all on this chat.
So everybody wants me to make something with the Flower Child.
At Project Bonehead said, oh please, I hate myself, that's why I don't care what my actions do. At Project Bonehead said it's called having fun.
You know, everybody likes to think they can handle the negativity because nobody comes back at them with it until something
At
happens and then they
JJK11,
start going
U9M
crazy.
said, I like Flower Child, but the other ones is cute.
So
At its
I don't
vamps
mind the
asks having fun
negativity because
by
I
ruining
already
people's mental
realized
health.
as soon as I started streaming a long time ago, I had a bunch of people.
At JJK11, U9M said, okay, what is going on? What did I miss earlier? At Project Bonehead said, my mental health is already ruined, so what if other people get ruined? Not my problem.
My mental health is already ruined. So
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, okay, then go to therapy or talk to SM1.
Having fun but ruining people's mental health. Okay.
At Project Bonehead said, go ahead and put me in timeout, I dare ya.
Bonehead, I'm gonna be nice because I already know that you're doing that on purpose. So I
At
personally don't mind.
JJK11, U9M said hello. Can I get an answer?
JK,
At
what
Dominic
do you mean? Can
Gaulish
you get an
said
answer?
hi.
What's up, Dominic? Oh, you talking to them, JK?
At Precious Ghost, 123 asks, can I time out this guy for 1 minute, Rebel? At its vamp said, just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you have to put that negativity on someone else and cause them problems that may also lead them to death. At Project Bonehead said, bad day? I'm doing this for fun, I'm bored, I need entertainment. At JJK11, U9M said what happened.
Project, give Bonehead a little bit of time. because he's doing it on purpose. So just
At
let it go.
Project Bonehead said, won't be the first time vamp.
Let it go for
At
right this moment.
JJK11,
They're only
U9M
doing it
asks,
to
what did
get a
Bonehead
rouse
say?
out of y'all. They're not as bad as the other person from earlier, so just because you have a bad day. Oh, and yes, I do Grubhub. Like I told y'all, that's why I got the Grubhub bag.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, "Awk enough with the talk. Next subject." At its
All
vamp
right.
said, so you think? Making more and more
So
people die is a good thing.
I
At JJK11, U9M said, I put Bonehead in timeout for 5 minutes.
excuse me. I got you. Thank you. All right. So I guess we can make a bracelet. I would make shoelaces, but I think the stuff I need to make the shoelaces is in my other office. So I'm not gonna dig through that.
At Project Bonehead said, LOL. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, FR stop. At its vamp said those people have families, and someone might decide to die because of that person's death, which was caused by negativity. At Project Bonehead said, fine. At its vamps asks, are you teaching us how to crochet?
So I'm not gonna do the old school crochet. We're gonna finger knit. Y'all know how people
At
make stuff with their
JJK11,
arms or their
U9M
hands,
said,
right?
Bonehead dude, I swear LOL. At Project Bonehead said, only because I'm not risking getting put in timeout in both versions of the stream. At Project Bonehead said, I said I'll stop G's mate. At JJK11, U9M said, yeah, I've done that.
I should make my blanket is what I should be doing,
At
but I'm
Project
too
Bonehead
lazy
said,
to put
eat
this
or
together.
swallow a few pills to chill out.
Calm down, y'all. Calm down, please.
At its vamp said, OMG, I need to add this piece to my resume after we make it together. At JJK11, U9M said, I was kidding dude, I wasn't gonna do anything and have you timeout on both, I wasn't fucking with you. At Project Bonehead said, alright now I stop.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna finger knit. I don't like using the needles that much. The needles, I got a blanket on some chunky needles in my office to make a blanket, but the blanket I don't think is that big cuz it's a blanket that I actually crocheted, but this one is going to be
At
finger knit.
Project Bonehead said, this is the funniest stuff I've done in a long time.
I bet it is, project.
At JJK11, U9M said, I knit and crochet.
Do you ever loom? Do you ever mess with the loom? Cuz I got a loom, I got a beanie that I started making that's on my loom in the other room as well.
At its vamp said, when do we get a hand reveal? When we peel the plastic off the Mannequin.
When we get the plastic off the mannequin, I showed y'all my face. I showed y'all
At
my
Precious
hands. What more
Ghost,
do y'all want?
123 said, how bro how. At JJK11, U9M said, I've loomed before, but I didn't do it for long.
I learned by looming and then I started doing fingernail. If I make a what was I using the arm knit for? I think I was making a blanket or something when I did the arm knit. I can't do an arm knit with anything small. It has to be like the super chunky.
At Project Bonehead said simple instructions for entertainment.
Oh, stop, precious. You playing with my achy breaky heart.
At Project Bonehead said I always come back.
I think Bonehead is in love with you, precious. Oh, I'm a left-handed, by the way, if y'all didn't know I'm left-handed. So we're going to do everything
At
on my left hand.
JJK11, U9M said I'm making a blanket right now, but haven't gotten to it in a bit.
What color is your blanket?
At JJK11, U9M said yeah, I only put you in timeout for 5 minutes. At Project Bonehead said I'm switching between both versions of the stream LOL. At Precious Ghost, 123 said I can tell bro. At its Vamp said can I please take the plastic wrap off your hands.
There is no
At
plastic
Precious
wrap
Ghost,
on my hands.
123 said what? At JJK11, U9M said baby blue.
Listen,
At
you see
Project
this?
Bonehead
You
said
see
so
this?
many options, so many fun stuff to do.
How are you going to take plastic wrap
At
off my
Precious
hands? You
Ghost,
see this?
123 said heck nah bro.
So delicious, so scandalous.
At Project Bonehead said I only talk here because I got put in timeout in the other version. At JJK11, U9M said Bonehead you can make jokes, but no fucking with people's mental health.
Okay.
At its Vamp said why is there wrinkles in your hands then?
You don't have wrinkles in your hands? What are you trying to say, huh? Is it because I'm juicy? You checking me out because I'm sexy, I know.
At Project
Vamps.
Bonehead said At Project Bonehead said there goes my entertainment. At its Vamp said OMG you are a mixed man sparkles emoji.
Vamps, I'm not an Oreo. How I can't be mixed. I'm not an Oreo. You trying to double dip me in some milk? Nasty. All right. So here we go. Give it like what is
At
this like 2 inches?
JJK11, U9M said I understand Bonehead, but I make jokes and it doesn't fuck with people mental health.
So we're gonna do this.
At its Vamp said loudly crying face emoji checking hands out no way.
Do it this way.
At JJK11, U9M said bitch. I'm mixed you can't say that.
All right, so we're gonna
At Project
go
Bonehead
front,
said nobody
back,
seemed affected.
front, back, and then loopy.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said an Oreo. At Precious
Yes.
Ghost, 123 said LOL.
What you
At
like
its Vamp
Oreos?
said my bad. At its Vamp said didn't mean to offend you. At Precious Ghost, 123 said rebel.
What's up, baby
At
cakes?
Precious Ghost, 123 said I got a question.
Man, I forgot.
At
Hold on, please be in
JJK11,
here. Please be in
U9M
here.
said I was talking to Anthony. At Project Bonehead said you're all Joker emoji yes. At
Hold on.
JJK11, U9M said you're a Joker. At its Vamp said, oh, it's Anthony's fault. At Project Bonehead said like a virus in your system, I corrupt both.
Come on, baby. Please be in here because I need my pick.
At Project Bonehead said, why else would I have so many Joker cards, smiley face. At JJK11, U9M said yeah. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, what flower should I draw, Rebel?
So look,
At
how y'all
JJK11,
like this? This is sexy,
U9M
right?
said, cause you look and act like one.
Beautiful purple with sprinkles. I don't know. Can y'all see that?
At Project Bonehead said, I act like a dick, and I don't care about my physical appearance. At its Vamp said, what in? The Spawnism, he got a whole other bag. At Project Bonehead said, a withering rose precious. At JJK11, U9M said, I was fucking with you. At Project Bonehead asks, and? At Precious Ghost, 123 said Ak Bonehead. At JJK11, U9M said NVM. At Project Bonehead said I got years of experience with people fucking with me.
You're good, Vamps. You didn't make me mad. Yeah, Oreo. That's what I call mixed people,
At
Oreo.
JJK11, U9M said I didn't mean for you to take me seriously.
I like a virus in your system. I corrupt both.
At its Vamp said you can act tough, but really you're just a soft cookie, smiley face. If you keep trying to act tough being like I don't care about anything again and again, clearly you do care. At Project Bonehead said, what in my defense your name is Precious, what else do I call you? Ghost Lady.
Precious. You should draw a yellow rose.
At Project Bonehead said, okay, true, I hate you for that.
All right, try this again. So, 2 to 3 inches.
At JJK11, U9M said, I like cookies, smiley face. I bake and cook. At Project Bonehead said, not literally. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, ick. At its Vamp said, this is where my sociology class kicks in. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, uck.
They call me Juicy. I hope I don't make this too tight. Oh, snap. Did I
At Project Bonehead said, after years of abuse, I need some kind of defense mechanism.
Hold up. Dang it.
At Project Bonehead said, Wither Rose.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Dang it, man. I think I messed up already. Hold up. Piece of cheese, you little Pop-Tart.
At JJK11, U9M said, that's fair, Bonehead. I think we all have one. At Project Bonehead said, I cast Wither Rose. At Project Bonehead said, I cast Cubes.
Okay, no. I should be okay.
At its Vamp said, you know others have also been abused before? We just don't share it. Or think about it, as thinking about it could make us the abuser. At Project Bonehead said, boo-hoo.
Come on, baby. This is gonna be tight. There we go. Okay. You, baby daddy.
At Project Bonehead said, we're all losers here, folks. At JJK11, U9M said, I would share, I don't mind, I have a defense mechanism for what I went through. At Project Bonehead said, that's what she said.
That's what she said about it being too tight? That's funny. There we go. All right. I should have made this a 4, but... Oh, no. I can't have you be loose. There we go.
At Heated 123 King said, say hi.
Welcome back, Heat. All right, baby. Can't have you be too tight. Can't have you be too loose either.
At its vamp said, we're not losers. If we go against the system of everything, nothing's real, everything's made up. Anything they mark incorrect is just another way of saying you're not agreeing with the system. At Project Bonehead said, vamp, you lost the plot.
Hold up, baby
At
daddy.
Project Bonehead said, and the storyline. At YKXCR0WN said, and back y'all.
Welcome back.
At its vamp said, and the cookie sad face.
This
At
thing won't let me...
YKXCR0WN asks, did I miss anything?
No.
At Project Bonehead said, no crown. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, now am a horrible loser. At YKXCR0WN said, ALR.
Y'all crazy.
At JJK11, U9M said he said we are losers due to the fact that everyone has a horrid part of them, and they do it even when they don't realize. At Project Bonehead said, we're all losers, Ghost Lady. At Project Bonehead said, c'est si que rend la vie si amusante.
Oh my gosh, what the chickens? Why aren't you doing what I want you to do, you piece of cheese? There we go.
At Project Bonehead said, my French worked.
Your friend worked.
At its vamp said, what if people with anxiety are just people who have had microchips from the government put in their brain, giving them those overthinking thoughts? At JJK11, U9M said nice.
We can't...
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, okay, dead man.
Listen, the
At
world
JJK11,
isn't like the Matrix.
U9M said that's not true though.
The world
At
isn't
Project
like
Bonehead
the Matrix.
said, je vais trouver un moyen de me retire de cette equation. At its vamp said, what's if the mentally insane people are people who know something we don't, so the government shut them up with medication and a padded room? At Project Bonehead said, I got anxiety, that's the funny thing. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, bro, I got anxiety. WTH are you on? At JJK11, U9M said, so do I. At JJK11, U9M said, okay, I'm not trying to get into a political argument with you. At Project Bonehead said, and? I'm here for entertainment, I'm not even being serious with half this shit. At Project Bonehead said, good question. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, okay, vamps, calm down, stop being so dark. At its vamp said, what if the prisoners are the good people, and we're actually the trapped ones? They aren't. At JJK11, U9M said, not you project, I meant vamps.
Y'all do... Never mind. I'm not even going to say anything because that would just make it worse.
At Project Bonehead said, doesn't make sense, vamp.
Sounds like y'all are having a real good conversation, though. Gotta love life.
At its vamp said, prisoners are on the prison cell, trapped. At JJK11, U9M asks, so what you're saying, vamps, is the murderers are innocent? At its vamp said, maybe they did it for a good reason, JJK. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, bro, I am a dip if vamps keeps yapping about some SH. At Project Bonehead said, nothing but cubes are life, they are everything, believe in them, and they will believe in you, beware their warnings for, and forever will be cubes. At JJK11, U9M asks, what about rapists?
Y'all getting real dark in my chat.
At its Vamp said maybe the people said, hey, can I have some? At Project Bonehead said, I cast cubes on this conversation, somebody go and factory reset Vamp. At Precious Ghost, 123 asks, okay, so also the molesters and rapists are innocent too?
Oh my god.
At JJK11, U9M said you did not just say that, Vamps. At Precious Ghost, 123 asks, what about the terrorists?
Why?
At its Vamp said no, like they verbally said, hey, can I have some Eom? At its Vamp said some. At its Vamp said not because of what they were wearing, etc.
Hey.
At Project Bonehead said I like cubes, smiley face, my body is all cubes.
4, 3.
At JJK11, U9M said Vamps, those people are not innocent and you know that.
I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes to keep on. Y'all keep talking about this. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm being serious. My stream isn't meant to be
At its Vamp said the terrorists are extremists, they do it for a reason. They go against the government's stupid system. At Project Bonehead said this is hilarious, I started this all. At JJK11, U9M said okay, I'm done. At its Vamp said okay, I'm sorry. At its Vamp said I am sorry, Rebel. At Precious Ghost, 123 said it's always about what girls wear, bro. At Project Bonehead said I'ma mark this down as one of the funniest things I've started.
Yeah, you can go on and do that, and I'll probably
At
never
Precious
go
Ghost,
live again because
123 said what? At Precious Ghost, 123 said ANTNO way. At its Vamp said actually I started it. At Project Bonehead said cubes are forever believe in the cube. At JJK11, U9M said okay, everyone stop. At Project Bonehead said Vamp, you started it because of me.
Hey, I don't give a darn who started it, just change the subject. Stop it.
At its Vamp said no, those questions I had in backup.
Don't make me, I'm gonna have to send y'all to Hassan, and he'll treat y'all like he treats his dog.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said okay, we good now. At Project Bonehead said Vamp, you started it because of what I said. At JJK11, U9M said guys stop. At its Vamp said what did you say, lol. At Stream Elements said make sure to drink water. Stay healthy.
I said I'm gonna take y'all to Hassan's
At Project Bonehead said nah, this is Entertainment Rebel.
Like he did his dog. Y'all keep on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 asks what flower should I draw next, Rebel? At Project Bonehead said Vamp, go and swallow a few pills. At JJK11, U9M said Project and Vamps quit. At its Vamps asks Rebel, can we make a bag? At Project Bonehead said cubes are and forever will be life and death, smiley face. At JJK11, U9M asks okay, Anthony, can I get rid of these two? At Project Bonehead said nah. At Project Bonehead said get rid of Vamp, she started it.
Don't get rid
At
of
Precious
anybody.
Ghost, 123 said uck.
Don't get rid of
At its
anybody
Vamp
right
said you
now.
may not get rid of me. My questions weren't about anything hatred.
I'm not gonna make a bag right now because I don't feel like getting the sewing machine out.
At JJK11, U9M said okay, Anthony. At JJK11, U9M said, I'm just going to ignore Project and Vamps at this moment. At Project Bonehead said, I like cubes, smiley face. Don't believe the other me, he's being impersonated by the other voice. At Precious Ghost, 123 asks, can I JS time them out for 1 minute? At its Vamps said, go on, do it, smiling face with hearts emoji. At Project Bonehead asks Vamp, why are you encouraging it? At its Vamps asks, are we making a granny square to put mugs on? At Project Bonehead said, no, please don't.
Listen,
At Project Bonehead said, the cubes will eat my flesh.
I know a lot of y'all like to come in my stream because I got the speech to text on, so y'all think y'all can say whatever y'all want. Y'all should realize
At
by now that I let y'all come in
U9M
my
said,
stream
I'm sorry I couldn't be in the shorts
enjoy
chat anymore.
yourselves. Chill out with the negativity.
At its
chill
Vamp
out with
said,
the
I'm not
stuff,
encouraging
chill out with all
anything.
of that stuff.
I'm encouraging people to ignore us.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but if y'all keep on acting like it, I will start being mean to y'all and y'all won't like
At
it.
Project Bonehead said, I'm here too. At Project Bonehead said, Idk, what's up with the other me, but he had to go. At its Vamp said, acting like what, triple threat. At Project Bonehead said, cubes.
Alright. Here we go. I know a lot of people like to joke. I understand how stuff goes. This ain't my first time streaming. This ain't my first time doing anything. That's why I let y'all get away with a lot of stuff. But please chill out on the negativity. I'm not really down for that. I'm not Hassan. I'm not Hassan's little
At
roller
Project
derby.
Bonehead
I'm not
said, but yippee,
Pokemon.
I'm here.
I'm not any of them people. Just chill out. I want y'all to enjoy y'all's time in my stream. I want people to come back. I ain't got time for all that crazy negativity BS. Y'all can do that in real life, in real time.
At its Vamp said, I'm not joking, I'm just asking philosophical questions. Do you not like philosophers? At JJK11, U9M said, I apologize, Anthony, I got out of hand. I am working on my anger issues and have been for a couple years now. I apologize. At Project Bonehead said, I'm talking about squares in 3D form.
Yes, I know they make gum called cubes, and yes, I eat the gum that's called cubes. It makes my breath smell delicious. No, I was not a science or history major buff.
At Project
so I don't care
Bonehead
about
said,
history.
apparently me and the cube version of me swapped.
You're good, JK. I'm just saying y'all gotta calm it down a little bit. I don't mind if you cuss. I don't mind if y'all joke around, but there's a limit to everything. There's a limit to everything.
At its Vamp
Some
said, I
streamers
really
let
like
y'all go off
cuboids.
on each other.
They're
I'm not trying to
squares
do
in
that
4D form.
in my streams. I'm not saying we gotta be all lovey-dovey
At
and
Precious
fake and
Ghost,
everything, but
123
still.
said, I ain't never gonna work on my anger issues. At Clown Around 14 said, yo. At JJK11, U9M said, I understand, Anthony, I still apologize.
It's fine, it's
At
fine.
Project Bonehead said, my body is made of cubes. Have you not seen me, Vamp laughing face?
If you're made
At
of
Project
cubes,
Bonehead
then you
said,
know
oh
monkey
dear
ball.
God, a clown. At its
Made
Vamp
this too
said, watch
tight.
your language, rebel, you said the L word.
Dang it, I made this too tight. Give me a second. I said what? The L word. I never said love. That's the only L word I know of. I never said anything about love. It's not Valentine's Day.
At Project Bonehead said, Vamp, he doesn't understand. At its Vamp said, HHH, that word scares me.
What, love? I don't believe in love, honestly. That's just me, though.
At Precious Ghost, 123 asks L word? What? At its Vamp said you said love, Dovey. At Project Bonehead said makes sense. At Project Bonehead said Vamp is afraid of the word love.
I think a lot of people are afraid of the word love. You know that nobody's really getting together to make babies as much as they used to, right? The pandemic made everybody scared of everybody. That's why Twitter and Blue Sky is the way it is right now. All right.
At Project Bonehead said I'm literally just cubes. At Project Bonehead said I have no organs. At its Vamp said yes, anxious face with sweat emoji men are too intimidating to talk to IRL.
I love all my
At
croutons.
Project
Y'all are my
Bonehead said
croutons.
melting face emoji.
Even though y'all make me question some things sometimes.
At Project Bonehead said yet you talk to a person made of cubes for like hour.
Well,
At
you talk to somebody who's
JJK11,
a mannequin
U9M
for like
said
an
not
hour.
really, men are pretty simple in my opinion. At Clown Around 14 said yo. At its Vamp said not in real life though. At Project Bonehead said I hate cubes. At Precious Ghost, 123 said I think I only like girls LW Kawaii.
I understand why a lot of y'all are lesbians, but my thing is,
At Project Bonehead asks Vamp what about me and you? At JJK11, U9M said yeah, in real life they are like cats. At JJK11, U9M said that's so fair, Precious. At Project Bonehead said I hate cubes. At its Vamp said the only men I feel safe talking to is my dad, my brother, and my friend. At its Vamp said what? Loudly crying face emoji. At Precious Ghost, 123 said Rebel what flower should I draw next?
did you draw a
At
daisy?
Project Bonehead asks what? At JJK11, U9M said I'm a bisexual personally. At
Did you
Project
draw?
Bonehead said we could have some interesting convos. At Project Bonehead said I dislike cubes. At its
You
Vamp
said
said nah, I'm not into online friendships.
you said you were a cube, and now you're saying you don't like cubes. That's weird.
At its Vamps asks Rebel you are a man, right?
I
At
hope I'm a
Project
man.
Bonehead said you're lost. At Precious Ghost, 123 said yes I did.
You hate me because I'm a man? Is that what you're about to say? I can say not all boys or not all males are the
At
same
Project
all day
Bonehead
long, but
said
that
I
ain't gonna
really
say
dislike
anything about what
cubes.
happened to you in your past. So
At its Vamp said nope, the complete opposite.
hmm. I appreciate you for. Oh snap! Okay, here we go. Good. I was getting worried for a
At
sec.
its Vamp said my male friend likes talking about him hanging out with his friends, and he talks about them a lot. Why does he talk about his male friends so much? At Precious Ghost, 123 said what flower should I draw?
Did
At
you
its
drew a
Vamp said you
daisy?
are a smart man, right? You can crochet. At Project Bonehead said bro code.
Yep,
At
bro
Precious
code
Ghost,
indeed.
123 said F it IMA draw a Pokemon ball. At its Vamps asks what is bro code?
You never heard of bro
At
code?
Project Bonehead said if you're a male you gotta follow the bro code.
The bro code will make you gay, but you're not gay.
At its Vamps said, but I don't even know half the male friends he talks about. At Project Bonehead said I dislike cubes, I really dislike cubes. At Project Bonehead said well yeah. At Project Bonehead said brothers before hoes.
Listen, there's a bro code and there's a
At its
girl.
Vamps said why is he talking about them to me?
Y'all have girl math and we have bro code. Girl math don't always be mathin'.
At Project Bonehead said maybe he's gay.
I get called gay every day, and no, I'm not gay. I like girls too much to be gay.
At its Vamp said OOO face holding back tears emoji.
Y'all need to tell me why girl math don't always be mathin'. Gosh, I made this too tight.
At its Vamp said I'm an ally anyway LOL, and I keep getting called you're not straight, you're just hiding the closet. At Project Bonehead said that's what she said.
Yes, because y'all like it tight.
At Project Bonehead said cubes are forever a disgrace.
Did you say cubes or pubes? Precious, did you draw a daisy? Oh, baby daddy, get your cheeks up in here. Come on. So tight. Oh, gosh.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said I was in accelerated classes, so don't ask me.
Ah.
At Project Bonehead said CUBES 3D squares.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some cheese puffs in it. Oh, yes. There we go. There we go.
At its Vamp said girl math is simple. If it's pretty, we buy it. If he's not toxic and has a good personality and may or may not be handsome, then he's a good guy. At Precious Ghost, 123 said yes, I drew a daisy.
Nah, that's not the type of girl math I'm talking. That ain't the type of girl math
At
I'm
Project Bonehead said that's not math, that's called making a forced judgment. At its Vamp said if he's good with animals or kids, then he's husband material.
I'm allergic to cats and dog drool. So maybe I'm not the one. Maybe I'm not the one. I said maybe I'm not the one.
At Project Bonehead said I don't understand how I got a girlfriend. At its Vamp said what girl math we talking about?
Listen, Bone. It's easy for anybody can get a girlfriend. You
At
just gotta
Precious
make sure
Ghost,
she ain't about your
123
money.
said I mean I draw my NS backwards.
Oh no, you did, yo! Gosh, this is so tight.
At
Hold
Project
on.
Bonehead said 3D squares are a disgrace.
Oh my gosh, thing is so tight. It don't want to get up in there. Hold on. Come on, baby, get up on my finger. Come on, baby. Oh gosh, so tight. Come on. Gosh, why is this so tight? Ugh. Come on, baby, get
At
on
Project
get on there.
Bonehead said, good question.
Come on, baby, get on there. Yes. Oh, yes. Gosh, now I gotta put the purple over the blue.
At its Vamp said, TBH, you just gotta ask them out, and if they aren't a ho 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 Merry Christmas, then they
There we
will
go.
probably say yes when they are single, unlike some girls with 5 guys.
Oh, yes.
At Project Bonehead said that's what she said.
Oh, gosh, there we go. All right, y'all, this is how it's looking so far. Super chunky, super thick. She's a very freaky girl. All right. How y'all like that? Looking delicious, right?
At Project Bonehead said, I'm too tired for this. At its Vamp said, super chunky, super thick. That's what she said.
Bonehead, I'm sure you want to have a wet dream about your girl since you said you got a girlfriend. There we go. Come on, baby. There we go. This is the tightest of all of them. I'm trying every time I make something, I make it super tight, and I don't like doing that because this is the loosest, which I'm not a fan of. All right, baby, we're gonna keep it on the pink. Come on, pink. Hey, okay. Which is better, Toy Story, Shrek,
At Project
or
Bonehead
the movie
said,
Up?
not really, my dreams are basically like a loading screen, it's just a black screen.
Okay.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, but when girls turn down some certain guys, they think we're playing hard to get. At Project Bonehead said either that or I don't remember him.
Precious, some of you girls do be doing the most to get a boy, and then y'all wonder why boys don't understand y'all because a boy, y'all like, I gave him the look, I bent over in front of him, I gave him a note, yada yada, and it's like a lot of dudes are really simple. They're like, we don't read minds. Sometimes y'all make it obvious, but for the most part, y'all don't. Okay, here we go. We got the tight finger again. Oh no.
At its Vamp said girls will say yes to guys even if they don't like them yet, because you gotta take your chances and you never know, you might like them.
Not all girls. Some, yes, but not all. Come on. Oh. That's why we got the bad boy pandemic. All you girls love bad boys, and then y'all cry about them a couple months later. All right, here we go. Come on. Here we go.
At Project Bonehead said ribbit. At its Vamp said that's because they are picky. At Project Bonehead said ribbit, terrible ass mods.
Okay, come on, baby.
At Project Bonehead said ribbit. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, but being kind to the opposite gender is so-called flirting. I have 2 boy besties, and we would always be shipped. At its Vamp said, do bad boys though. Asian men. Motorbike men. At its Vamps asks ribbit from Tack.
Come on. Get up on there. Get up on them feet.
At Project Bonehead said ribbit.
Why are we saying ribbit? Are y'all frogs now? Oh, the middle finger. Come on,
At
baby.
RizeYT999 said spouting whale emoji. At Project Bonehead said nope, just ribbit Ito what Tatk is.
Hello,
At
Rise.
Project Bonehead said, shut up, Rise. At its Vamp said, the amazing digital circus.
When was the last time y'all been to the circus?
At Project Bonehead said, idk, what that is Vamp. At RizeYT999 said, yo, st few project. At RizeYT999 said, URPFP is a Fortnite skin. At Project Bonehead said, no thank you message declined.
What, y'all don't go to the circus?
At Project Bonehead said, yes, I mentioned that when I joined the stream. At Project Bonehead said, I made it very obvious, lol. At its Vamp said, slot machine emoji, money, 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 must be funny, in a rich man's world, slot machine emoji, slot machine emoji.
I mean,
At
in a
Precious
rich man's
Ghost,
world, probably, but I'm
123
not
said,
rich, so
I
I
am a
wouldn't know.
JS color over my scars, LWQY. At RizeYT999 asks, you think TS tough?
Do I think it's tough? Do I think what's tough?
At its Vamp said, oh no, I just wanted to sing that song. At its Vamp said, because I saw the slot machine emoji. At RizeYT999 said, I'm talking to Project. At Project Bonehead said, no, I already had a conversation with the mods and Vamp Rise. At Project Bonehead said, I'm just bored as hell. At RizeYT999 said, you started talking to me. At Cans the Hollow said, I came in a great time.
What's up, Cans? How you doing?
At Project Bonehead said, oh, gambling. At RizeYT999 said, on my die for what? At Cans the Hollow said, what are we doing?
We are making a bracelet, baby daddy. Or mommy, excuse me.
At its Vamp said, happy Pride Month. Man emoji, woman emoji, kiss mark emoji, woman emoji, woman emoji, man emoji, kiss mark emoji, man emoji, rainbow emoji, dang, that's a lot of pride emojis. At Project Bonehead said, not gambling.
Freaking tight. Oh, gosh, I gotta stop doing this so tight.
At Project Bonehead asks, do you think if a blind person touched your scars, they would get your life story precious?
Come on. There we go. Get over it. Get over it,
At
yes.
Project Bonehead said, I haven't slept in several hours. At Cans the Hollow said, those colors are so cut-y.
Yeah, you like the
At
colors?
its Vamp said, no matter gay, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive. At
Nice,
Cans the
Vamp.
Hollow said, saluting face emoji. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, nah. At Project Bonehead said, I always say happy Pride Month except for that one time I got banned from a stream because of it. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, hopefully not. At RizeYT999 said, yo project, no one asked lil bro. At its Vamps said, it's a song, 3. At its Vamps said, rebel, can I make you a poem? At Project
Sure,
Bonehead said, cool, thumbs up emoji. At Project Bonehead asks this is an open chat like, what else you suspect? At Project Bonehead said I bet it would be funny. At RizeYT999 said you are like 12. At Project Bonehead said I'm not but okay.
Man.
At RizeYT999 said you have a FN skin as your PFP. At Project Bonehead said it why people assume that IG it's just how I type. At its Vamp said Rebel the man. He crochets in his office all night long. He times people out if they do something wrong. He's kind and a gamer and is never angry. He doesn't take jokes and likes to grind. At Project Bonehead said well yeah it's because I play Fortnite and happen to like the game. At RizeYT999 said you are proly ass too. At Project Bonehead said and plus I like the skin.
Interesting, Vamps. Nice.
At Project Bonehead asks, so apparently I'm just 12 because I only play one game? At its Vamp said face holding back tears emoji, did you like it Father Rebeck? At its Vamp said Rebel. At RizeYT999 said one game. At Project Bonehead said well I play some Injustice too. At RizeYT999 said you only play FN and still suck. At its Vamp said you know 18 can play Fortnite. At Project Bonehead said not really. At its Vamp said take for example Rebel plays Fortnite.
Alright. Come on. Gosh, dude, this small finger, was it? So it always, it's the
At
tightest one.
RizeYT999 said Project UR Buns. At its Vamp said you are 37 right. At Project Bonehead said I mean I'm not good, but I'm not terrible either. I'm still getting used to this new season, especially with the sprites or spirits as they're called. At RizeYT999 said it's not that hard.
Who's 37?
At Project Bonehead said yeah true. At RizeYT999 said it's just a new season.
Oh, yeah.
At RizeYT999 asks, and you are playing VR not ranked? At Project Bonehead said it just takes a bit for me to get used to change, because I'm kinda autistic. At its Vamp said, OMG Crocs. At its Vamp said, you are 37 Rebel.
No. Close, but no.
At Project Bonehead said, I mean, I'll play rank, just not all the time.
Excuse me. Hope everybody's doing good. Kick, Twitch, YouTube Shorts. Please
At
like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that
RizeYT999
notification bell
said,
so
yeah,
you know
shut
when I
up.
go live.
At its Vamp said, you are younger that.
Yep. Oh my gosh. This freaking...
At its vamp said OMG 35.
No. Oh my turkeys, if you don't get your butt. Come on, baby.
At its vamp said OMG 32. At its vamp said OMG 36. At Project Bonehead said Rise, I said one comment that I was joking with at you, and you came back with hostility. At its vamp said OMG 33.
You can't keep guessing. You gotta choose one. Oh my gosh, if you don't get your little Rudy to
At its
booty
vamp
up in
said
here.
OMG 34.
Oh my gosh, you're just making stuff up now. Oh my gosh.
At its vamp said I choose 36.
Piece of cheese,
At
baby.
RizeYT999 said ALR bro.
Get up in the hole. I just need you to get up in the hole. That is all I need. Come on. Oh gosh, this thing is so tight.
At its vamp said, are you over than 30?
Yes.
At RizeYT999 said vamps is 67.
I'm not 67.
At its vamp
no.
said okay HS 36.
Come on, man. Oh
At
my
Project
gosh.
Bonehead said I'm just tired.
If you don't get your butt on my finger, oh my gosh.
At its vamp said I'm actually not 60.
Come on. Come on. There we go. Yes.
At RizeYT999 said you are deaf 60.
Come on, baby. There we go. Oh yeah. Gosh, man. I
At
wish
its
you weren't
vamp
so
said
tight.
I'm under 30 anxious face with sweat emoji anxious face with sweat emoji.
This is gonna be a fat bracelet, y'all. When I got a ways to go, but this is gonna be a fatty bracelet.
At RizeYT999 said under 30, but over 25 right.
No, no, no.
At Project Bonehead said Rise, you should have seen what she was saying like an hour ago in the stream. At its vamps said nah lol. At RizeYT999 said what was she saying?
I think I might create a Pinterest account and have y'all draw some stuff for me and put it on my Pinterest board. I don't know how I feel about making a gosh, what is it called? A Reddit. Should I make a Reddit page? Y'all probably don't use Reddit,
At
do
Project
y'all?
Bonehead said she was saying stuff like how if we're on the outside are the prisoners while the actual prisoners are the free ones. At its vamp said can I post on your Pinterest account?
There we go.
At Project Bonehead said I don't remember what she exactly said, but it was kinda like what I said. At its vamp said don't bring that UO. At RizeYT999 said I am a go. At Precious Ghost 123 said I am a get ink poisoning sad face. At Project Bonehead said alright rise.
Have a good one, Rise. See you later.
At Project Bonehead said CYA next stream. At RizeYT999 said maybe.
Which one is better, Pinterest or Reddit?
At Project Bonehead said I'm a egg.
I bet you are an egg.
At Project Bonehead said trust me, I don't watch his streams either. At its vamp said me at 50. Woman emoji manual wheelchair emoji, me at 51. Woman emoji motorized wheelchair emoji. At its vamp, said Pinterest.
Oh, believe me, Bonehead, I don't think anybody watches my streams. And I just appreciate y'all for showing up. Let's see. Ugh, come on, let's do the Big Daddy first. Come on. Oh no, oh no. Get up
At its
on it,
vamp
get up
said,
on it.
I'm watching your stream. Still no clue what we're making.
Get it in, get it in. Oh yes. Ugh, so tight. Come on, baby.
At
Hold on,
Project
you do what?
Bonehead said, I'm bored and tired IGG. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, I watch your streams, bro.
Hey, vamp
At
and
Project
ghost.
Bonehead said, well, correction, I don't gotta go anymore, but I'ma go watch something different. At its vamp said the freaky stuff I hear him saying.
Alright, Project, have a good one. Y'all probably doing something else while watching my stream. Or while my stream is playing in the
At
background. I
Project
know how
Bonehead
people
said,
roll,
Lady
baby.
Ghost, you don't count.
Gosh, man, this is so tight. And I'm not saying anything out of the ordinary. This is tight. You see how my finger is? You don't act like y'all don't
At
see
its
that. It's
vamp
like,
said, I'm not doing anything. At Project Bonehead said, I've actually just been talking in chat.
I
At
haven't
its
done a
vamp said,
Snapchat
I'm just
streak
doing my
in a minute.
Snapchat streaks and typing on my group chat. At Project Bonehead said it's about to be 4 a.m.
Come on, get up in the hole. Get in the hole. There we go. Oh gosh. You see that? It is, oh my gosh, get it in. Oh, dang it, dude. Why you listen, I think I'm gonna do, oh my gosh. Hold on.
At
Nah,
Precious
I'll do
Ghost,
this.
123 said in JS snacking and sketching on my scars.
Maybe I will do, hold on, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something.
At Project Bonehead said grown aw man BTW folded hands emoji loudly crying face emoji.
Ah,
At Project Bonehead said you're making a book for a blind person to read Precious.
who, me? You? They said I was crispy, baby. Okay. I use Procreate. Let me show you something. I can't draw, y'all, so I hope y'all understand. I drew this. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that?
At Precious Ghost, 123 asks Rebel, can I time out Bonehead please? At its vamp said I would never do anything freaky watching streams. At
Bonehead's
Project
just being
Bonehead
weird.
said, hey Precious. At Project Bonehead asks, what's another name for an emo person? At
Gothic.
Precious Ghost, 123 said, what Bonehead?
And then I drew this as well.
At its vamp said, not saying I would never do anything freaky when I'm not watching streams. At
How
its
y'all
vamp
like it?
said, raised hand emoji, loudly crying face emoji. At Project Bonehead said, a cutting board.
A cutting board.
At Precious Ghost, 123 asks how?
How what? You said it was crispy. Ooh, ooh.
At Project Bonehead said, because there's a stereotype that they will do self-harm to themselves. At Project Bonehead said, and also this isn't my joke, I stole it. At its Vamp said, Rebel, ever done anything freaky in your life? At Project Bonehead said, Vamp.
Have I ever done anything freaky? I mean, I don't understand what your. Oh my gosh. I don't understand what your version of freaky is, so I can't answer that question.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said.
For. Come on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, Bonehead JS stop. JS stop. At its Vamp said, I know you have. Eyes emoji. At said Rebel WSP. At Project
Yeah.
Bonehead asks, oh come on, we're all just hanging around, aren't we?
Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Don't you dare come off my finger. Come on. Oh. Gosh, that was so tight.
At its Vamp said 2 words what I mean by freaky, pleasure, and love.
God dang it, why you so... Come on, baby.
At Project Bonehead said Vamp.
Goodness gracious, hold up. My finger.
At
I'm
its
gonna have
Vamps
to put
asks
this...
Yes Project.
Come on, baby. Just need you to get in there. Get around it.
At Precious
Oh my
Ghost,
God.
123 said no Bonehead. At Project Bonehead asks you have ADHD, don't ya? At said Hi Rebel.
Who just said hi? Somebody just said hi. Who just said hi?
At its Vamp said probably ADHD and OCD. At its Vamp said.
Oh my gosh, come on.
At Project Bonehead asks so both?
Get it, get it.
At
Oh, it's
Project
about to
Bonehead
cross the
said
tight spot.
At its Vamp said the pink Russian girl.
Yes.
At Project Bonehead said makes sense.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, it
At its
went
Vamp
over it.
said yeah.
All right, that tightness. All right, y'all. Hold on. Okay, I got
At
a
said
couple
Rebel
more to
High.
go, but this is how it's gonna look
At
on
Stream
the
Elements
wrist.
said make sure to drink water. Stay
How y'all
healthy.
like that? That looking pretty
At
fat
Project
and
Bonehead
sexy,
said
right?
okay. At its Vamp said maybe even autism. I don't do well with changes either. At its Vamp said I'm just a special donut. At its Vamp said smiling face with open hands emoji.
Hey Tim, what's up with you?
At
What
Precious
makes
Ghost,
sense?
123 asks what makes sense, Bonehead?
Ugh.
At Project Bonehead said I haven't eaten anything in like a long time.
I would take y'all grocery shopping with me later today, but that's got to be alone time. That's family time.
At its Vamp said because also have sensory issues with materials. At Project Bonehead said nothing if you're calling me Bonehead, and now what I told you my name was. At Project Bonehead said I don't have sensory issues.
Gosh, dude. I wish this wasn't so tight, but it's fine. It's fine.
At Project Bonehead said I just don't do well with change and stressful situations. At Precious Ghost, 123 asks, and? At Project Bonehead asks, gang, what flavor of autism did I get? At Precious Ghost, 123 said, I wouldn't want to just call you your real name constantly. At Its Vamp said, OMG Rebel, one time I went to Tesco and this lady dropped some cheese, so I gave her cheese, and she said trying to make me buy things I don't want. At Project Bonehead said, well, I don't mind, it's not my actual name anyways.
Come on. Ooh, so what? Did you end up caving in and buying stuff since she made you? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm stuck. Come on, get up in here.
At Its Vamp said, I am just trying to be a good citizen.
Okay, we're gonna put you. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, if you don't get yourself over there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yes. There we go, Daddy. Okay.
At Its Vamp said, nah, I stole her cheese and bought it myself, and then snuck it in her bag when she went out the shop.
Okay, okay. You're gonna be a tough cookie right here. Oh yeah, I'm about to hop
At
you
Project
in.
Bonehead said, I steal stuff, I got a Rubik's Cube.
Uh,
At Its Vamp said, I
there
hate
we go.
cheese, it's disgusting, she can have it.
Yeah, buddy. You said she can have it. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but it sounds weird. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hey. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You better get back on that finger. There we go. Yes. Yes. Oh, I love it when it works. All right, baby. Now we're going to put you. Oh my gosh. You're
At
going to be a
Project
tough one.
Bonehead said, my friends left me hanging.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Ugh. Oh, yes. Gosh, why are you so tight? Okay.
At Project Bonehead said, maybe I should have eaten something.
You're just a special donut. What flavor donut?
At Project Bonehead said, Rebel, it's a bracelet, not a lady.
What you say? It's a bracelet, not a lady. That's a wild comment. That's a wild comment. There we go. Oh, yes. Oops. Put you right there. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. I got to give it the touch. All right, there we go. All right. Now, there we go. I'm going to lower you down.
At Its Vamp said, what are we making?
Baby
At
daddy, we
Project
are.
Bonehead said, sometimes you gotta loosen them up.
Well,
At Its
yeah,
Vamp
since
said,
it's a
tell
little
me.
too tight. We
At
are
Project
making
Bonehead
a
said, a
beautiful,
bracelet vamp.
thick bracelet. Bracelet thicker than the legs. Thicker than the legs.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, I got a random Lautaro Martinez ARG sticker on my wall.
I know my legs are sexy. Calm down.
At Its Vamp said, you mean thicker than the thighs.
Legs. My thighs are legs.
At Its Vamp said, why do men like thick thighs? At Project Bonehead said, damn VOI, she's thick.
Oh no, no, baby, why did you do this to me? Hold up. There we go. Yeah, I ain't got time for you to act all naughty on me. Why do guys like thick thighs? Why do girls like thick thick bananas? All right, here we go. Here we go. Listen, girls are in love with tall boys that make a lot of money. Y'all don't like short people, so I'm already out of the factor. And y'all's asking why boys like thick thighs? You better get out of here. You little jigglypuff.
At its Vamp said imagine if one of his coworkers walks in and hears him saying, "Give me those juicy thighs."
I'm glad speech to text ain't but so loud. What time is it? Hold on, what time is it? 5:05 a.m. So yeah, ain't nobody gonna come in here this early in the morning.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, "ANTNO way you just said thick bananas."
Precious, you know what big bananas are. You're a girl, you should know what big bananas are. Don't be acting all brand new.
At its Vamp said, "Can we get a nail reveal?"
Girl, okay, so like my nails need to stay all nice and clean and shaved because I can't have food coming under my nails, okay? And when I'm playing with the yard, I gotta wear the gloves so I don't get any dirt under the nails, okay? But when they're nice and trimmed, I keep them nice and wide, gotta blend in with the skin. There you go, nail review.
At its Vamp said, "Never seen a big banana in my life face holding back tears emoji."
You never seen a big banana? You lost your mind if you never seen a big banana. Everybody has seen a big banana. Come on. Yeah, baby, I like how you slide in there. All right, let's see if we can get two of them in there. Come on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, "LOL."
Come on, baby, we got
At
two
its
of
Vamp
them in
said,
there.
"I've seen big fruit bananas."
Ugh.
At Project Bonehead said, "I'm going to either sleep or hell."
No, 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 no. No,
At
baby,
Precious
come on.
Ghost, 123 said, "The voice change FR." At its Vamp
Yes.
said, "Not on your context though."
Oh,
At Project Bonehead said, "Vamp talk to a therapist."
come on, baby. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got two in there. It's just right. It's just right. Get over it. Get over it. Come on, baby. Get over it. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh,
At Precious
yes.
Ghost, 123 said, "Sadly not me."
Yes. Y'all saw
At
that. I
Project
got it over
Bonehead
it.
said, "Precious seems to like messing with herself."
Yeah.
At its
Oh, no,
Vamp
no, no,
said,
no.
"Excuse me, I don't need a therapist."
Oh, yes.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, "Sammy, ILW
Gosh.
Kawaii like fruit bananas."
Gosh, that felt so good.
At its Vamp
All right.
said, "I'm perfectly fine."
Come on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, "AO Bonehead."
Ugh.
At its Vamp said, "I have no depression or sadness."
Yes. Oh my gosh, that felt so good. Okay, it feels a little looser now.
At Project Bonehead said, "Same twin."
Okay. Okay. Gosh, baby. This is going
At
to be a
Project
beautiful
Bonehead
bracelet.
said, "I didn't say anything." At its Vamp said, "And yet you decide to bring hate at the start of the streams."
All right. I'm going to do two more rows and then we should be able to close it. All right. Here we go, baby. Yeah. All right. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, "Bro, IMA FR time you out if you keep saying weirdest things."
Who?
At Project Bonehead said, "Yeah, that's kinda typical."
All right, come on. All right, so we gotta play with the small one first. Let's get the small one in. Oh, oh! It slid right in. Y'all saw that. All right, we got number two in there. Come on. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Come on, get it in. Get over it. Get over it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, no, 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 no. You trying to come off?
At Precious Ghost, 123 said Bonehead keeps saying some weird stuff, bro.
Come on.
At Project Bonehead said I
Ugh.
swear I had a comment here, but I low-key forgot.
Why is Bonehead tripping? Why do you hate the world so much, Bonehead? Ugh. Ugh. There we go. All right, now you do you right here. There we go.
At Project Bonehead said you can't chase me through streams, Precious, I'm in the other version of it.
There we go. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, baby, I love it. I'm glad you're not tight right there. All right. Let's see how we looking. Okay. Dang it, dude. I don't know. I don't know. All right, we're going to close it. We're going to close it. I think this might be long enough, y'all. Looking pretty scrumptious, railway, ain't it? Pretty thick. Thick. I think this is thicker than a snicker. Let me take a sip of my drinky.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said IDC bro. At Project Bonehead said I'm not your bro dog.
All right. Here we go.
At Project Bonehead said hand sanitizer.
What about hand sanitizer? Oh, man.
At Mason Mahahahaha, V7V said let me get some.
Let you get some.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said in not yo dog bro.
All right, baby. Come on. Yes.
At
Come
Project
on.
Bonehead said you Mason WSB bro, I remember you.
Oh, yes. Oh,
At
no.
Mason
Okay, okay,
Mahahahaha,
okay.
V7V said WSB.
Come on. Get up on there. Get up in that small
At
finger.
Project Bonehead said you almost had that correct. At Project Bonehead said yet you were supposed to say fam.
Oh, yes. Yes. Come on, baby.
At Project Bonehead said I would have been so proud of you.
I probably could have did one more row, but this should be good. All right, this is the bracelet. Now, my scissors are in the car, so I'm going to bring y'all with me to go and get these scissors.
At Mason Mahahahaha, V7V said what is your job rebel? At Project Bonehead said spaghetti.
My job
At
is
Precious
to do
Ghost,
deliveries,
123
dog.
said bro ST few.
I'm a
At
part-time
Project
streamer.
Bonehead said
I
sad
resell
face.
stuff, and I do deliveries. Give me that good, good. You're pretty spaghetti.
At Project Bonehead said that hurt me feelings precious. How could you backhand index pointing right emoji backhand index pointing left emoji pleading face emoji.
What's up, Mason? Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. You can't tell how dark it is because I got these lights on.
At Project Bonehead said run boy run. At RezeYT999 said W Precious.
Oh, dang it.
At Precious Ghost,
I'm trying. I need to bring
123
something.
said
Give me a
Bonehead
second.
IDC. I really don't, bro. I'm trying to type and tie up my hair, so dick. At Precious Ghost, 123 said shush. At Johnny Use a Patriot said public service announcement. At Johnny Use a Patriot said fuck me in the ass. At Project
Alrighty,
Bonehead
Johnny.
said someone getting naughty with
Go
a hair
on and
tie.
kick Johnny.
At RezeYT999 said,
Did y'all take Johnny out?
at RezeYT999 said whoa. At Precious Ghost, 123 asks what? At RezeYT999 said L Johnny. At Precious Ghost, 123 asks what? At RezeYT999 said W Precious.
Come on. Are you back? There we go. I don't know why you tripping now, baby daddy. You were working fine the other day.
At RezeYT999 said yo bonehead. At RezeYT999 said what are we doing?
Okay, I had to go and get some scissors and stuff from the car because somebody stole the office scissors. So I keep my personal scissors in the car. Somebody stole the office scissors. So I keep my personal scissors in the car. How y'all enjoying the stream so far? Type 1 in the chat if y'all enjoying it. Type 2 in the chat if you hate it. 1 if you like it. 2 if you hate it. All right.
At Mason Mahahaha, V7V said, where are your coworker, Rebel?
Oh, I don't have any coworkers. I share a space with other businesses. There's other businesses in this office.
At RizeYT999 said 67.
Nice. 7-6. Right back at you.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said 1.
Okay. Juicy. Juicy.
At RizeYT999 said W Precious.
Yeah, Mason, I don't have any coworkers. I share this office with other businesses. I liked it because it was the cheapest office space for what I need. But I am looking to get my own either warehouse or a decent sized house and just put everything in there so I can sell, because I sell stuff online too. Hold on. So, like this pillow and some of the stuff in these bags, I resell and I make stuff like y'all see right now. I make stuff. And as y'all seen, I part-time stream, I resell stuff, and I make stuff. I do everything in this office to make money online. So, oh, check it out. I wish these were in adult sizes. Got the Minions slippers for little kids. Pretty sweet. And then y'all probably don't remember shoes like these.
At RizeYT999 said, where do you sleep?
I sleep at home. I don't sleep in the office. If y'all remember LA Gear, then these shoes are amazing. These are Skechers, but they got the LA Gear light up. So funny. I don't sleep at the office. I go home and sleep at home. Let me see. Oh, Ghost. Are you a all the girls that are in my stream, are y'all Starbucks drinkers? Do we have any Starbucks drinkers in the chat?
At Precious Ghost, 123 said I used to have those type of shoes. At RizeYT999 said no.
Nice, Precious. You don't drink Starbucks, Rise? I was gonna show y'all something, but if nobody drinks
At Precious
Starbucks,
Ghost,
then I probably
123 said nah. At
wow.
RizeYT999 said Precious is def a Starbucks drinker.
That's crazy. I figured I would have a bunch of
At
Starbucks
Precious
drinkers
Ghost,
in here.
123 said I'd have a cake pop though.
A cake pop.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said hell nah, I hate coffee, bro.
That's funny. That's real funny.
At RizeYT999 said you don't have to get coffee. At Precious Ghost, 123 said I still wanna SE. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, but still I don't.
You still want to see, but you don't drink coffee? Are you
At
sure you want to see?
RizeYT999 said, Precious, are you pushing 40?
All right, let me ask
At
y'all
Precious
this, chat.
Ghost, 123 asks, what? At RizeYT999 said, NVM. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, no bro, no.
Let me ask y'all this, chat. Are y'all Hello Kitty? Do y'all like Hello Kitty? Are y'all Hello Kitty fans?
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, yes, I want to see. At RizeYT999 said, it's tough.
Oh, we always tough in these streets. All right. Hold on, let me take you off my thing. Oh, never mind. I forgot I got this thing connected to me. Hold on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, I mean I like cats so it.
So you're not a Hello Kitty fan?
At RizeYT999 said, W Precious.
Gonna show you what it be. Come on.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, it.
You probably know about this, Precious. You little country girl. All right.
At RizeYT999 said, loudly crying face emoji.
Y'all know about this, right? The Starbucks bear? I know y'all have to know about this. Yes, it's the actual Starbucks bear. Don't act like it ain't. Comes with the straw and everything. I have some of these left. This was like a big craze
At
last year.
RizeYT999 said, what is that?
You never heard about the Starbucks bear? You know, Starbucks was selling these for $40
At Precious Ghost,
a pop last
123
year. Y'all
said,
do
that's
realize
so
that,
cute.
right?
At Ghetto's Unyandenly wife said, H.
What's up, G-Toes? How you doing, G-Toes? Thank you for joining the Mannequin stream. There were people, so these were like limited
At
editions.
RizeYT999 said, Precious would deaf by that.
Right, Raz? These were limited edition at Starbucks last year. Everybody was fighting over them.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, obviously I would. At RizeYT999 said, W Precious. At RizeYT999 said, you should buy me one too.
And you said I was so treasy, oh yeah, yeah. All right, hold on, I got an. This should be my box. Give me 1 sec.
At Precious Ghost, 123 said, hell now. At RizeYT999 said, wow, pleading face emoji. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, LOL. At RizeYT999 said, L Precious. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, I'm gonna dip.
All right, Ghost, you have a
At
good
Precious
one.
Ghost, 123 said, bye-bye. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, have a good morning.
You two have a
At
good one.
RizeYT999 said, yeah, I'm going to sleep.
I'm gonna show y'all these 4 cups, and then I'm gonna finish sewing this up, and then I'm gonna see what time it is, and I might end the stream as well. So I appreciate everybody. Please like, share, follow,
At
and I hope y'all have a good one.
RizeYT999 said, I hope your pillow is warm precious. At RizeYT999 said, both sides. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, wait. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, rise, I said that to Bonehead once. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, OMG. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, Okie by 3. At RizeYT999 said, no, it was to me. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, ick.
All right, this is this Starbucks
At
cup.
Precious Ghost, 123 said, I wa talking to both y'all.
Together in fun
At
forever.
RizeYT999 said, okay, bye Precious.
Y'all have a good
At
one.
Precious Ghost, 123 said, anyway. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, I hope the bedbugs bite rise. At RizeYT999 said, wow.
That's funny. Y'all funny.
At RizeYT999 said, def not. At RizeYT999 said, they are going to bite you. At Precious Ghost, 123 said, bye-bye y'all, good morning.
Have a good one.
At RizeYT999 said, bye guys.
Later, Rise and Precious. Hope y'all have a blessed morning. All right. Then we got this thermos, Together in Fun Forever. And then in the back it says Hello Kitty Starbucks. Beautiful, right? there. Hey, there we go. All right. This one is more of a coffee mug. Hello Kitty Starbucks with the little uh, coffee grinds on there. And then the front says together and forever. Then you got the Starbucks on the bottom. No. Hold on. There we go. Boom. But yeah, hope y'all can see that. I'm glad for the most part this stream is working. I was a little scared that it wouldn't work that well, but it, for the most part, is doing pretty good. I'm a little disappointed that oh snap, that it was acting like I couldn't go outside to do stuff, but it's fine. All right, this is gonna be the last one I show off. It's Oscillic Hello Kitty thermos. This one is mint green. And yes, it comes with a straw. All right. Brew a cup, brighten your day. What was that? Yo, that scared me. I heard something. All right. And then you got the Oscillic Hello Kitty. And I guess this was something they did last year. But that's the Hello Kitty Starbucks cups I have. Just wanted to show y'all real quick. Whew. All right. There we go. All right. Let's go on and get these get this bracelet closed up. This is gonna be a pain, but hopefully I can get this in here. And if I can't, then we might not be able to. Okay, I'm not. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, so we got you. And all right. Okay. Okay. So I got you coming out right here. So we're going to put you Don't you dare. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. That should work. Okay. Put you right there. There we go. Alright. Now, I think I'm going to do this. Okay, where are you? We're gonna do this. Okay, yep, there we go. Oh, man. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so what is this? Do we want to do this? I'm gonna put you right here. I guess I can. Is there enough space? Or is it? Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, put you right in there. There we go. Okay, and I guess I can. Oh, no, 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 no. And then what about you? Oh, oh, oh. Hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Alright, there we go. Get you all up in there. Okay, and you, put you right there. Okay, I guess I can go right here and right here. That should be beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost made it all the way across. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, we're gonna do, where you at? Where you at? I guess I can do this hole. There we go. And, yeah. I guess. Dang it, dude. I don't know. That's fine. That's fine. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Okay. So, okay. So we got this. And you. So, gosh. I just need a little bit more space. Can we? Slide you in the hole. Okay, okay, okay. We got this. We got this. We gonna make it work. And then oh baby, come on. I need you. Will this work? Will this work? And then, that might be too tight. Okay, can we? Yeah, we got this. Biscuits might be a little too tight. Okay. Hold up, wait a minute. Dang it, baby. I just need, I might have no choice. Okay. I'll leave, dang it. I guess I can leave this alone on that end. All right. Beautiful. Okay. And then I'm going to do the other end in a little bit, but that's how that looks. Can y'all see that? This is going to go through here and sift. And then if I can, since this is a little longer, I'll sift this through here and tie this up so I don't have to worry about anything. Looks pretty cute, right? Cool. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. Man, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. What time is it? 5:46 a.m. I guess I can go on and let the go on and end the stream. For the most part, I finished the bracelet. I'm gonna do the rest off stream. I don't want to bore anybody that's still in here. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and YouTube Shorts. I appreciate most of y'all for actually not being crazy fools and acting silly willy on me. This was nice. I gotta figure out what's going on as far as going back out there on my other stream. It's crazy that it wouldn't work outside because when I did a test the other day during the day, it worked just fine. So it's weird that it was acting all wonky as soon as I went outside. But I got some other stuff, like I said, I need to test out anyway. And after I'm done with this, I'm probably going to test out Fortnite on Kick and Twitch after this because I got another item that I want to test out. So, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate everybody. Thank you. Thank you for joining me and making this bracelet. I might try to make some shoelaces or something in the near future. I definitely got to do my blanket out there in the back. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Hope y'all stay safe out there in them streets. And hopefully we can do a lot more IRL streams. If y'all want more IRL streams, please let me know in my YouTube stories that y'all want more IRL type bass type streams, whether I'm skateboarding or making stuff or just chit chatting with y'all. I wish everybody the best, and until next time, peace out.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights,
Turn it on.